people, it's me Anya. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new book tag. This is my original queer book tag and I wanted to create this tag even though I'm not queer to really promote queer authors and little books, because as per usual I think that it's really important to diversify your bookshelf, and I just wanted to use my straight cishet aloe privilege to end straight cishet aloe privilege, you know? So anyway, let's get this party started. The first question is, queer faves. What's your favorite queer book that you've read so far this year? So my favorite one is probably Late to the Party, written by Quindlen. This book was so good. It's queer in the sense that it is sapphic, and I believe the main character is a lesbian, but this book is so good. It's about so much more than that. It's about this girl who feels late to the party, and by the party it means the social standard that by the time that you're 17 or 18, whatever, you have to have all of these qualifications. You have to have your first kiss, your first party, your first time, whatever. And I think that this book does a great job of it's a love letter to all the wallflowers and all the people who also feel late to the party, and that's something that I can relate to a lot. So I really enjoyed this book, and I think that it's absolutely so important and necessary for young adults out there who often feel that they're late to the party, because there's literally nothing wrong with being late to the party, and I feel there shouldn't even be a party to begin with, if that makes any sense. So basically, Late to the Party was so good, and I'm so excited for Kelly's next book. So the next question is, Lesbian. What's your favorite female book? So I have a lot that come to mind, because as you know, I've done 2 videos talking about my favorite sapphic books with sapphic main characters, but I wanted to do specifically female, which means a female romance, because obviously sapphic is a big umbrella term that's not limited to only lesbians, but lesbian is not an umbrella term. So anyway, I haven't answered the question. So my answer for this is probably The Last Two Poets of the Sea, written by Julia Drake. And by the way, the Falling in Love montage would be a close second, but between The Last Two Poets of the Sea and the Falling in Love montage, I personally preferred The Last Two Poets of the Sea. The Last Two Poets of the Sea is so good. I absolutely loved it. I loved the atmospheric setting. I loved the sapphic romance in it. It was just so well done. I just really enjoyed it, and this book truly deserves all of its hype and so much more. So yay, please read it. The next question is, men loving men. What's your favorite men loving men book? I would probably have to say The Gravity of Us, written by Phil Stample. This book is so good. I absolutely loved it. I know that I made a video talking about my favorite men loving men books, and I'll leave that video in the description below, as well as all of the other Pride book recommendations videos that I made last month in the description below, even though I'm assuming that you've already watched them probably. But anyway, The Gravity of Us was so good. It's YA contemporary, it's fluffy, it was just so lovely and wonderful, and I just really enjoyed it, and also its own voices as well, so we stan. Anyway, I don't know why the lighting keeps changing, but that's just how it be. Welcome to my chaotic channel. So the next question is, bisexual. What's your favorite bisexual book with a bisexual main character? So I'm gonna shout out a book that I recently read, and that is Who I Was with Her. This book was so good. It was a rather hard-hitting YA contemporary, because it follows this girl who's bisexual, and after her secret girlfriend of the past year passes away, she can't tell anybody about it because she's not out. This book was absolutely so good. It's absolutely worth the hype. There's an asexual side character in it. I loved this book so much. So I'll leave in the description below the recent release video where I talked about it in a little bit more detail, but basically it was just so good. The next question is Transgender. What's your favorite trans book? So again, this is another video that I made, but my favorite transgender book is probably Cemetery Boys, written by Aiden Thomas, who's also trans. We love that. We love own voices books in this household. Cemetery Boys is so good. It truly deserves all the hype and so much more. I know it's one of the most talked about books on book Twiddle and on just on the bookshop in general, because it's just so good. I absolutely loved it. So it was just so good, and I feel like I don't really need to explain the synopsis, because since it's one of the most talked about books on the bookshop, you've probably already heard of it. But anyway, it's so good. I'm so excited for Aiden Thomas's next book. So next question is queer. What's your favorite queer own voices book? So I've already named a couple, like I've said before, but my answer to this question specifically is I Wish You All the Best, written by Mason Deagle. This is another one of those really hyped up books, so I feel like I don't really need to explain the synopsis of the story, because A, I've talked about it in a previous video, and B, like I feel like this is a very popular book, so everybody already knows like the synopsis of it, so I don't need to like explain it again, you know? So just know that this book is so good. The representation was absolutely so wonderful, and I just really enjoyed it, and I hope that everybody else who hasn't read it enjoys it too. So the next question is Aloe Ace. What's your favorite book with Aloe Ace representation? So the first one that comes to mind is Summerboard Blue, written by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I feel like I've talked about Akemi Dawn Bowman probably so many times, but she's literally one of my favorite authors, and specifically one of my favorite YA contemporary authors, and Summerboard Blue is my favorite book by her because it's just so good. It's so lyrical and eloquent, and the Aloe Ace representation in it is just so wonderful. I love reading about people who are like questioning their sexuality rather than like their sexuality already being established. That's just like a personal preference of mine. And also, like, Summerboard Blue is just so good. I love the setting, I love the characters, I love the plot. Akemi Dawn Bowman is truly so underrated, and her books pop off every single time. And I'm literally so excited for The Infinity Courts, which, by the way, comes out in April of 2021, not March. So anyway, please read Summerboard Blue. It's so good. The next question is Pansexual. What's your favorite book with pansexual representation? I'm going to be quite honest. I've never read a book with pansexual representation in it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I feel like I haven't. But like one that I'm looking forward to is Clown Chasers. I talked about this book in my new books I'm excited for video, my latest one, and I'm so excited for this. I'm pretty sure it's like science fiction fantasy or something, and it's about a girl who like must compete in this clown chase because it's the first one in 7 centuries, and her grandfather is hosting it, I think, or maybe he's not because it's his dying wish. I don't know. I forget the details, but like I'm really excited for this book, and like she's the main character too. So yeah. Also with these questions, I wanted to focus on books that constitute with these answers, but like have like main characters, you know? So anyway, I'm really excited to read Clown Chasers. The next question is QPOC, which stands for Queer Person of Color. What's your favorite book with QPOC representation? So my first instinct answer is to say I'll Be the One, but I feel like I just promoted that book in my last book tag, which was like 5 days ago or something. I don't remember when this video is going up. But anyway, my second answer would be Little and Lion, written by Brandy Corbett. The protagonist of this book is bisexual, and the story was so absolutely wonderful. It's YA contemporary, and I just really enjoyed it. It was just so good. It also has mental health representation in it, which we love, we stan. And did I mention the protagonist is black? We love that. I feel like I've read like very few black queer books, you know? Like usually when I read like queer POC books, usually the person of color is like Asian, which is great, don't get me wrong. I just feel like, you know, bi POC, Q bi POC are more underrepresented than like other Q POCs, if that makes any sense. But anyway, Little and Lion was literally so good, and so I would recommend it. So the last question is, what queer books are you looking forward to in the rest of 2020 or 2021? I have so many that I'm looking forward to. Like, I'm so excited to read them. So I'll just put them up in a little collage right up here. I'm so excited to get to all of these. The first ones that come to mind, like right off the bat, I know for sure that As Far As You'll Take Me, written by Phil Stample, is coming out in 2021, as well as Aiden Thomas's new book that I forget what it's called. Maybe it's called Lost in the Neverwoods or something. Anyway, I'm so excited for it. So yay. So anyway, that's the end of this book tag. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got something out of it. If you did, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below which queer books you're looking forward to in 2021. So yeah, thanks for watching. I tag all queer booktubers. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!